Welcome to Mossad Digital Agency Free Tutorial Platform. Today I'm going to take you on all you need to know about Google Ad Attribution Model. So if you be struggling all this while to understand the concept of Google Ad Attribution Model or how to apply it or how to use it to optimize your campaign, now this tutorial is for you because if you keep listening during this time of a certain time of this, we are going to show you the practical implementation of Google Ad Attribution Model. Or you are wondering why Google developed this touch point or this Google Ad Attribution Model. This in this tutorial, we are going to make it clear. We are going to take you through all the every aspect that you need to know regarding Google Ad Attribution Model. So all you need to do to support us is subscribe, hit the subscription button on this our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel, also share this content so that it will reach other people, and in such case you help us, and also you expand the reach of this tutorial, and also by subscribing you will get notification whenever we release any related topic of your interest. So we will start with what is Google Ad Attribution Model. Now, when we talk about Google Ad Attribution Model, we are talking about, I'm going to explain this in two directions. One, as a layman approach, two, using a technical terms as relate to Google Ad advertising, so that if you synergize the two definitions, you'll be able to understand what is Google Ad Attribution Model and why you should not a kind of play with Google Ad attribution, always utilize it and in the right direction. So what is Google Ad Attribution Model? Google Ad Attribution Models are defined as those touch points. Touch points. When we talk about uh, those touch points that a customer followed to touch point. These are touch points. Sometimes we call it touch, we call it also a path, touch path, that a customer follows to discover your website and take action on your website. Okay, now it is the attribution model that is used to give credit to ad interactions, keyword interaction, and every other touch point that a customer followed to discover your business before taking action to your page. If you look at here, I wrote SEO, ranked organically, uh, organically traffics or paid ad PPC. What I'm trying to make here is that if you want to understand the concept of Google Ad attribution model, the touch point or the touch path, the path through which customers follows to discover your business, you should think like this. Now, for example, a customer visits your webpage on Monday. And how did he visit your webpage? He Googled. And your website ranked organically. SEO, search engine optimization. Of course, we'll talk about Ask Engine Optimization today. That is lecture for another day. Now, when your ad, when your website is shown to this person organically, it's not through your ad. So, but the person was exposed to your website, he visit your website. Sometimes the person can even bookmark it to come back to the website or something like that. Your business has been exposed to this person. Now, but say 5 days later, the person also Google uh, another variation of keyword. Maybe the person you are selling women clothing, the person is searching for maybe say long women gown. That is the first thing he googled, and your website, your business page was shown to him, and the person returned. The person is not yet satisfied. He's still searching. Maybe on Tuesday or 3 days later, the person searched and then googled, maybe said costly women gown, and your advert was shown to this person. That is paid ad. The first one that he exposed your website to him or her was search engine optimization. The second one now is paid ad. So the person now discovered your ad, and on this second visit, he now browse and now make a selection and make a purchase. So two things are happening now. The first interaction that happened like 4 days ago, your website visited is a traffic. The second one is also a traffic, but the path through which this customer followed differs. One is organic, one is paid traffic. The question is now who takes the credit? Is it the particular ad that he interacted or the particular content that he or she interacted during organic traffic? Now, this is where Google Ad Attribution comes in. The Google Ad Attribution model will now give credit to either SEO or to the ad that the person interacted. That is one portion of it. Now, also, take for example somebody like in this case scenario that the person Googled a long women gown and sees your ad and interact with the page and but did not make a purchase, and later he come back again and said beautiful long gown. Now, and these two keywords you have them as a paid traffic. This one I'm talking about entirely paid traffic. He engages This person engages with two keywords: long women gown and beautiful long women gown. Is a differentiation of phrases. Now, and in the second visit, he or she make a purchase. How do Google allot this? Who will take a credit? Because both of them gave them exposed. Of course, when somebody visits your website and land on your page, there is a campaign that we call a marketing campaign, which will constantly be following that person because the person has engaged with your website. So when this purchase is made, who takes credit? Is it the long keyword? Is it the long um, beautiful gown or the other keyword without the phrase beautiful? So this is where attribution model, and this takes us to types of attribution model. Types of attribution model. Because it is the type of attribution model, understanding the types of attribution model that will help you to understand how Google will now apportion credit, will give credit to either organic traffic in the first case with scenario will define, or give credit to one type of keyword like long women gown, beautiful long women gown, which are the two scenarios that brought people to your website. Okay, types of attribution model. The first type of attribution model we have is first click. Now, I just want to start by mentioning this first click attribution model because it will help us to understand the first scenario. But what I want to say for professional sake, the Google is no longer using first click attribution model. It was before. When we go to the next stage of how to implement attribution model, you will discover that Google boldly said that Google Ads is no longer using first click attribution. But for the sake of this story, I want to explain to you so that you have the basic concept of Google Ad attribution. Now, first click attribution means that Google Ad will give credit to the first ad interaction. For example, in this case, the person was exposed to your ad through SEO first before coming back again through your ad. In the first click attribution model, the SEO takes credit. So the Google will now, it means that when this purchase will be made, in your Google Ad interface, it will not show as conversion. Rather, the SEO takes it. But if the person was first exposed to your ad and coming back and make the purchase through SEO, the first click attribution model will allocate that conversion to your ad. The same thing happened to the scenario of keyword. Somebody first got exposed to your keyword. Maybe the first keyword is long women gown. And after interacting with your web page through your ad, of course, he did not make purchase. He come back and Google beautiful long women gown. These are two variations of keyword. So if you are using first click attribution, that first keyword that interacted with your business is the one that Google will give the credit, because that is it. The same thing with ads. The ad that they first interacted with will take the credit of the conversion. That is about first click. Then another one I will explain here is last click. We're talking about types of attribution model. Last click means is opposite of the first click. In this case, the person, when the person makes this purchase on your page, Google Ads will give credit to the last click, meaning that the ad that the person interacted lastly before making a purchase, that ad takes the credit. The keyword that the person interacted before making a purchase, that keyword take it. The landing page that the person interacted before making a purchase, that landing page takes the credit. If the person comes through SEO, sees your ad through um, sees your ad and later goes back and did what we called direct search. Direct search is somebody have seen your ad, like now Mosa Digital Agency is the name of my company. If you type Mosa Digital Agency, it will pop up. Now, if somebody interacts with my ad and bounce back, come back later, having taken note of the website and now type Mosa Digital Agency without being exposed to my ad, that organic traffic or direct traffic will have the credit, because that is the last click that the person takes before taking action. So attribution model is all about giving credit to the interaction. Is it the first interaction, middle page interaction, last click interaction? The another aspect of type of attribution model is what we call data driven. Now this data driven is more recent and more encompassing. It means that Google is going to give credit based on data, data driven. So it gathers, is not just going to say, hey, first credit take, hey, last credit take, but it takes holistic approach on all aspects of the campaign, all aspect data. So this data driven, now we are in an era of data driven marketing, and that is why in setting up Google Ad Attribution Model, Google always recommend you using data driven, because it takes holistic approach. Every touch point, it takes cognizance that this person visit your website first through SEO, now come back through a paid ad, interacted with this type of phrase keyword, changes another keyword, interact if it interact with 10 ad before completing. Holistically, this data-driven attribution model will combine all these touch points to apportion credit. Now, I want to say, just as I mentioned, that the only two attribution model that is standing now is last click and data driven. There are other types of data attribution model, but we are not going to mention that now. We will only concentrate. So now for your implementation in Google Ads, the two outstanding types of attribution model that exist now is last click and data driven. Okay, how do we implement, how to implement attribution model in Google Ads? So how do you implement this? How do you implement uh, attribution model? So quickly, if in your Google Ads you go to Go, if you go to Go, you click on the summary. I just want to take an example of what we have and show you how you can implement. So here you will have this is the different types of campaign conversion that I'm tracking. Of course, there is a dedicated tutorial on conversion in our tutorial. If you don't know how this conversion are being set up, you need to watch the tutorial on how to set up Google Ad conversion. So I'm going to pick one of these conversions and show you how you can implement about any of these attribution model. So you scroll down here, you will see attribution. So if you look at this, this is a purchase event that I have set up for this particular account, and this one is using last click. Now I want to change this last click to reflect attribution. So if I go here, I will click, you just select under attribution, you select. So you will now see, say, the attribution model determines how much credit each ad interaction gets for your conversion. Channel eligible to receive credit for a conversion. This is determined by the conversion source. So now, so this is Google paid channel. Now, you under here, this is last click. If I click it, I will see all the types of available attribution model to select. Data driven, which I've told you, when possible, data uses your account conversion data to calculate the actual contribution of each ad interaction across the conversion path. I've already explained that, and I've already explained last click. The last click gives all credit for the conversion to the last clicked ad. I've already explained that. So if I want to implement last data driven, I'll select the data driven and I will click save. So this is how to implement either a data driven attribution model or or last click attribution model. Now, let me explain. As I mentioned that before, now we have other attribution. We have first click no longer available, linear no longer available, time decay no longer available, position based no longer available. I want to also say that when these types of attribution were in use, data driven attribution were not in use. We only had last click up to this point. But now with the introduction of data driven, which this data driven take uh, recognize first click, linear, and all this, and use them to compress and give credit to the ads that will be recorded as to have acquired the conversion. So that is all about how to implement Google Ads attribution. Now, let us forge ahead. Just as I said that this is Monster Digital Free Tutorial Platform. If you have a question regarding any of the topic or what we are teaching aspect that is not well clear to you, drop it on the comment box and I will quickly respond to you. Okay, we are going to talk about other aspects of like model overview. Let us check model, that is attribution model overview, and from there we'll see part analysis. So now go back to your goal. You go to your goal, you click conversion. When you click conversion, under conversion, when you click conversion, you see attribution. So under attribution, you will see overview. So under overview here, we will have data-driven attributions and other aspects of this attribution model. So now, this is the overview of how the overview of attribution model looks like. Now, what you will see in this overview is you will see the path analysis. Now, this path analysis is analysis of the path that customers follows to take action and what Google Ads considered using attribution model to give credit to every ad interactions before arriving to say this ad is the one that brings conversion or this keyword is the one that brings conversion. So in this, you are going to see under path analysis, like for example here tells me that 33% of your conversion journey had at least two ad interaction before conversion. Now, this is telling you that before a conversion takes place in this my digital advertising interface for this particular product, that 33% of conversion happened after a customer had at least two ad interactions. So now this will help you to, if this will help you to know that it is not just this particular ad that had this conversion, that there are other ad interactions. So this the attribution model you select will be what will now decide if you use last click. Now you see that last click will just be giving the credit to the last ad. Now, but here the path analysis in this Google Ad Attribution is telling you that at least that 33% of your conversion takes place when a customer has interacted. He first see this ad and he comes back, see this ad before taking decision. Why do you want to know the ad that bring conversion, or keyword that bring conversion, or if it is your SEO that bring conversion? It helps you to measure very well. It helps you to know how to optimize and deploy your resources, either to boost bid on a certain ad, or boost a bid on a certain keyword, or concentrate on SEO or paid ad. That is what this is all about. Okay, another important aspect that we are going to talk about here is model comparison. This is model comparison. Under model comparison, for example, the model attribution model comparison is helping you to understand in between the types of attribution model, which one brings more conversion to the other. Now, I have and this will also help you to optimize your campaign. Now, for example, let's look at this. This is compared based on conversion, model comparison based on conversion. So we have two types of attribution model here: last click and data driven. If you look at here, this is mobile phone. So mobile phone receives 70.18 conversion in last click, and the same thing in data driven. That means that the percentage change here is 0. The same thing with when you, let's consider tablet, computer. Let's consider, if you look at here, for computer is 00, is also 00 here. And when you look at it, you discover that all parameters in data driven is also reflected in last click. So meaning that if you analyze it based on this, you discover that what it's saying is that the data-driven attribution model share equal metrics with last click. In that case, you might not necessarily be changing from last click to data-driven, because Google is telling you that these two touch points give equal credit to every touch point that customer followed to perform an interaction. But what if they differ? I've run a campaign where I discovered that last click recorded more number of conversion, and I'm interested in recording more number of conversion. In that case, that is how you can optimize your campaign. How to optimize campaign using how to optimize campaign. Optimize your campaign using attribution model. Now, one is you look at the ads that receive more conversion, ad with more conversions. So when you see your ad with more conversion, which is that recording because of the type of attribution model you have selected. So you can either increase bid on this ad, because what it means is that we increase bid on this ad will increase, or You can, if your performing ad or the ad that people are viewing all the time is the one that is not recording conversion, you can change that ad, or you can go to the setting of your campaign, select under optimize ad, you can select the ad that will be shown by your ad rotation changes. That is a lesson for another day. So this is where we'll end it for all you need to know about Google Ad Attribution. If you have questions, kindly drop it on the comment box, or something is not clear to you, drop it on the comment box. And don't forget, as we said, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get updates on all the tutorials. On our next tutorial, we are going to connect Google Ad Attribution in a practical way and show you how the practical way you will use Google Ad Attribution model to optimize your campaign and scale your conversion, reduce cost per click, reduce cost per conversion, and increase revenue. Thank you.